Dímelo, Rumi, bienvenidos a otro episodio de Pisa y Corre. Mi nombre es Oscar, como ustedes ya saben. En este episodio hicimos algo un poco diferente. Este episodio lo hicimos completamente en inglés, ya que tuve la oportunidad de conocer a un coach un ex pelotero, obviamente, hoy es coach en una universidad en Oklahoma, y pues se me dio la oportunidad de poder hacer la entrevista. Le hicimos completamente en inglés, disculpen mi inglés, yo creo que es bastante bien, pues me defiendo un poco. Nada, él nos cuenta sobre cómo en high school, cuando se gradúa, antes de graduarse estaba jugando dos deportes, estaba jugando hockey y pelota, y él veía el hockey como su futuro. Él estaba más pendiente del hockey, ya cuando se gradúa, pues no tenía las notas para poder jugar eh, en universidad hockey, y decide irse por la pelota y termina en Oklahoma, en la misma universidad que está coachando ahora. Es una súper conversación, es una historia súper interesante. Espero que les guste. Y antes de empezar, les quiero recordarles que este episodio es auspiciado por AJ Conditioning. AJ Conditioning para las mejores consolas de aire que tú puedas tener, en mejores precios, contáctelo. Asimismo, AJ Conditioning en Facebook, en Instagram, o si no, los puedes llamar al 787 902-9383, 787-902-9383, AJ Conditioning. Bueno, espero que puedan disfrutar de esta super conversación con Brandon Schlichtig. Dímelo, Rumi. Pisa y Corre.
What?
Bienvenidos. Well, welcome, Brandon. Thank you for taking the time and having you here on another episode here at Pisa y Corre. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Thanks for asking. Thanks for taking the time once again. So, like we were saying before we started recording, just to know a little bit about you since you started playing baseball and your upcoming, and then your upbringing, and then just go from there. So, at what age you started playing baseball?
4 years old.
4 years old. And do you remember something, or it's a little?
I played at an Air Force base in St. Louis. I briefly remember starting off there.
You from St. Louis?
From St. Louis, Missouri.
Missouri, okay.
Playing in just kind of a pickup league with my dad. My dad's friend was one of the coaches, and
Okay. Your dad was never a coach?
my dad coached me at age 11 and 12 U.
Okay.
When my dad started coaching.
He played baseball?
No, my dad's a soccer player. And
Really?
he did play baseball. He played college. He played baseball, soccer,
In college?
but mostly a soccer player, yeah.
Okay.
In college.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. And then after, so he coached you when you were 12, 13 years old,
Mm-hmm.
roughly that time. And how was your daily routine there? Like practicing, or was baseball your only sport?
No, I was a big hockey player.
From Missouri? They play
From
hockey
Missouri.
there? Really?
Oh, yeah. Hockey's big time in
Really?
St.
I
Louis.
didn't know that.
High school and grade school all the way up. I traveled to Chicago, Milwaukee. I traveled all across the Midwest for hockey.
So you're a big hockey player.
Mm-hmm.
And then in baseball as a second sport.
Yep.
Hockey was the main one.
Hockey was my main sport, yeah. As a little kid, I never really had any social life. I was going to hockey practice, and then I was going to baseball practice. So I was going to school, and then I was going to the cages, and then I was going to the rink. And
Yeah, I only played one sport, but here and when you play baseball in Puerto Rico, it's pretty much your friends. Oh, we have a birthday party this weekend. I can't. I have a game.
Mm-hmm.
It was it became normal for me. It probably was normal for you too.
Yeah.
And then having a lot of free time now is you don't know what to do yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So and you started playing hockey early too,
Oh yeah, 3, 4 years
The
old.
same
I was
age?
on skates, yeah.
and you liked it better.
Oh yeah. I've always had that childhood dream going to the NHL.
Why do you like hockey better than baseball?
It's a different mindset. I would feel like it's more of I can't go into a baseball game thinking hyped up. It's a different type of how to ready yourself in a different mindset. Like if you don't go 100% in hockey, you might get hurt because people are out there trying to hurt you. You know,
True. Yeah, I mean, baseball is more calming, I guess.
calming, like I don't even know how to explain it.
When I went to college, they used to say you slow the game down.
Slow it down. Yeah.
Baseball is slow, and you have to slow it a little
Mm-hmm.
bit more. But yeah, I get. I think I understand what you're saying about
Baseball
the difference.
revolves around failure, and if
True.
you get so caught up in not trying to fail and speeding the game, I mean, when it gets tough, you gotta slow it down.
But I don't know. I'm ignorant when it comes to hockey.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to one hockey game when I was in Tampa in college. My first year in University of Tampa, the coach took us to a Lightning game.
Mm-hmm.
But is there like in basketball? Is there like a field percentage of like when you're hitting, like you go 3 for 10. That's you're a good hitter.
Mm-hmm.
In hockey, do they have that?
They have plus minus.
Okay.
Like how many goals you're on the ice, and for and against. So
Okay.
if the other team scores on me 3 times, but I'm on the ice for 6 goals, I have a good plus minus.
Okay. So, but like what I'm trying to say, if you're hitting, so from 10 at bats, you get 3 hits. That's a good percentage.
Mm-hmm.
When you shoot, well, not everyone shoots in hockey, right? It's like soccer only, or everyone shoots.
Everybody can shoot.
Everyone can shoot
Mm-hmm. I was a defenseman. I don't shoot as much as forwards.
Okay.
But I always had a blast from the point.
Okay.
Slap shot.
Okay, so if you shot 10 times, when was a good a percentage to make? Not for you, just like for a regular offense guy. I don't know if
3 out of 10. 3 out of 10.
The same thing,
3
so
out of
it's
10
pretty much like
baseball.
failure too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a failure sport, like
Yeah.
not as I don't know closer to baseball. I'm just trying to see the difference or whatever. And so when you graduated out of high school, when you were in high school, was there any either hockey sports hockey team, pro hockey team interested in you, or baseball?
There was junior teams, which in high school, there's only a select group of people that those NHL scouts will go see, but most of them in high school are already playing junior hockey. So I never got any NHL looks.
Okay.
But I definitely went to. I mean, I played a little bit of juniors, and then never made that step after my senior year to go play at a higher level of juniors where all the NHL scouts were at.
But how about college? Where any college went to you?
Oh yeah.
I want you as a hockey player.
Mm-hmm.
Did any college went to you as a hockey and a baseball player?
No. Just hockey.
Just trying to be like Bo Jackson. I thought you wanted to be. I don't know.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Play hockey and baseball.
When is the hockey season in college?
October. It starts preseason in September, and then October full swing, and then still goes through March or so.
So it gets in the same time as baseball too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It'll be fun, I guess. Hard too.
Hard to.
Probably you just went to college to go to play, not go to school.
Mm-hmm.
With both sports like that.
Yeah.
So, do you had any offers for college for hockey? Do you have which school?
Holy Cross.
In Missouri?
No, it's in Boston.
Okay.
Couple schools in Minnesota, a couple schools in Illinois. I can't remember off the head. I know
That's okay. And how about baseball?
Baseball? It was funny because your parents tell you, hey, you got to have good grades to go play college. You got to have good grades to go play college. And it didn't hit me until it actually hit me. And it was my senior year, and I hadn't have anywhere to go. And like I said, I was a hockey player. I was not thinking I would ever play college baseball. I was always a hockey player, and I played baseball at a high level, but never really took it
What position?
Seriously. In hockey?
No,
in baseball. I played third and played first, so corner, infield, and caught.
Right.
But I didn't start getting in. I never went to any showcases.
As a baseball player?
As a baseball player until I maybe went to 2 before my senior year was done. And NEO, where I went to school, junior college first, saw me at the state championship game. And
So okay, before we get to college, so you had a couple of offers for college in baseball or no? Late in high,
late, very late. Yeah,
senior year?
junior colleges and D3s, nothing too major. But
You wanted to go to JUCO or any college? Doesn't matter.
me, ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to be on like the best team, no matter where I went, and no matter if it was hockey or baseball. And so I had to pick. I wanted to go to the best school or where the best program was, and so that made my decision of going to NEO.
Okay, NEO is
Northeast
Northeast
Oklahoma
Oklahoma. See, is a JUCO in Oklahoma.
junior college. Yep.
Okay, so they're the one of them that made you the offer, so you made the decision to go there. So and in high school, no pro team of a major league baseball team offered you or showcase for them, anything, nothing.
Nothing.
So you were just mindset was hockey.
Hockey.
It was like baseball was just a secondary.
Yeah.
Okay, and what made you then go to college for baseball, not for hockey?
I had 3 concussions in high school and 1 in 8th grade
Playing hockey.
and that was documented. I probably had 2 to 3
That was
to 4
documented.
more because nowadays they take it seriously. They have like
I
like
remember.
a protocol.
Yeah. Did they make you take like a concussion test before the season or stuff?
Yes.
I didn't know about that until my first year in college at the University of Tampa. So they took one. I remember one of the teammates. He like I think so. It's like it's like you got to remember the pictures and then choose where it was. I don't know. The game has a name for it. I can remember. I remember one of the teammates was taking pictures of the stuff, so he was like cheating.
To
I was like,
remember it.
so
Yeah.
if you have a concussion, you're never getting out of the concussion because you were perfect on the exam, and then it was gonna be tough to do that again without cheating.
Like the scat testing.
Yeah, I can't. It was the
Scat
only time I
testing.
did it. It was in Tampa. After I went to junior college, or the other colleges, they didn't do that.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you had 3 concussions in high school.
3 concussions in high school. Yeah. Documented.
Exactly. Well, that were severe.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones probably minor. You didn't notice. How did it happen? Just one, the worst one.
Getting hit. I got hit from behind one time. Very cheap hit. I went in and they don't really remember anything after that besides my mom coming onto the ice and
Really.
yeah. It was,
I've never had a really big hit on my head, so I'd never had happened. And it's normal now in those sports. Those kind of sports, obviously.
yeah.
When it comes to college, I mean football and hockey, I bet. And then hockey, they let you fight.
Yeah.
Do they let you fight in high school also too? Or
In
is it
high school,
different?
they'll kind of let you fight, but then you get kicked out of the game. And I definitely was one of those people that love to get into it with people. But then when you get to juniors, you can fight. You can full on drop the gloves, take off the helmet, and get after it with just a 5-minute penalty.
Okay, exactly. They
And
won't kick
people ask why is it just 5 minutes, and I was like, it only takes 5 minutes to put stitches in. And that's the reason why it's a
That's-
5-minute penalty.
you just to get the stitches on and get back
Stitches,
in.
if you need stitches or if you need
If you need it, yeah.
anything, and
Really?
5 minutes.
Wow, but and why did they let the players fight on hockey? I never.
It's just a part of the game.
Okay.
If you need your team needs a little boost, which sometimes in baseball I wish you could. I mean you can, but
Yeah.
if you need some momentum or you need to take care of something, then like if someone hits your best player, then you go get them.
That's weird because
In
then
hockey,
and football is football could be kind of similar to hockey when it comes to the roughness, but they won't let you do that. That's I don't know. I guess it's because you're on skates, so it's balance is not the same when you're
Yeah.
on skates and then on just regular cleats to fight. That's what I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
But whoever falls first, that's the fight is over, right?
Yep. Whoever falls first.
And then if they don't fall, when does it stop?
There's like the refs are trained to like notice like if you see people hitting head for head and then they kind of come together, most of the time they'll nod or say okay and the refs will get in at the it's just like a
until the fight gets boring.
yeah.
Until the fight gets boring. Okay, you're not doing anything. Let's get out. All right. And then what made you the decision? Well, besides the concussion, was just
And I didn't have good enough grades to go play college hockey.
okay. But for baseball, yes.
For baseball, yes.
Is there a
Junior
difference for the
college.
GPA in junior college?
A lot of hockey schools are like in the Northeast or very well academic. Like you had to have good
Yeah.
grades to get in there. My dream was to go to University of Michigan. I'm a huge Michigan fan. There was no chance I could ever get in the University of Michigan with the grades that I had. But that brings back the importance on. I mean, my parents tell me since I was a little kid, you got to have good grades. You got to have good grades.
Yeah.
But it didn't hit me until
Yeah.
it actually hit
Well,
me.
I've said it here before in the episodes. When everyone at that age, it's stupid or ignorant, I'd say,
Yeah.
whatever. I was stupid at that age also, and then I could say I had good grades, but then I could get better grades to get better school too, or be better at baseball when I used to play. Because I've never liked the gym, so I graduated at a 150, weighing at 150, so for baseball it was nothing, because then they look at big guys also. I was always been short, so that, and I don't know. So if I go back, I'll just probably just go to the gym more, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they made you the offer in NEO, Northeast Oklahoma.
Yep.
You got a full ride there?
No. I think I 50% maybe. I got room and board and
Really?
nothing big time.
This is the first time out of the States, or living out of the state, or
Yep.
Going
First
okay.
time living out of state. I've always been in St. Louis, in the city, and it took me a while to adjust to everyday life in the middle of nowhere. Like
so it's in the middle of nowhere.
Miami,
pretty much.
Oklahoma. There's nothing there.
Really?
And the joke was Oklahoma's so flat you can watch your dog run away for 3 days, and it literally is so flat you can see for miles.
Wow. Yeah, I've only been to, besides Florida, just Illinois, New Mexico, Arizona. I went to California for one baseball game for the WBC to see Puerto Rico play against Venezuela. Then I got back to Arizona the same day because I wasn't gonna stay there for that. So how was that transition then? Then when your mindset was hockey, then you
Yeah.
go to college for baseball. Did you change your training on baseball, or
Yeah. For the first two months, I mean, getting after it in the gym every day, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, doing weights, and then going to class, and then going to practice. Just getting this everyday grind of college sports, and we would go Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the weight room at 5, and then Tuesday, Thursday, 6 o'clock running, which it was hard for me as a freshman to adjust to that lifestyle. And
I'm sorry, when you went to college, you went for which position as a baseball player?
catcher.
Catcher. Okay, you stayed catcher after that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you played baseball your whole life also, so it wasn't. But which one did you train more, as a hockey player, or just did something for both at the same time?
I never really got in the weight room until I got to high school, but I trained more for off-season baseball than I did for hockey. There was no real weights when I was in school for hockey. It was more so on your own, and if you had to go, I had to go. And in high school, my team was really, really good. And
Hockey
so
team?
Both our hockey team and our baseball
okay.
team, but I had to train for baseball with the team in high school. So I was doing baseball training, and there was no off season there was no like weight training for hockey.
Okay.
It was on the ice doing skating stuff and like
Like
building up your legs and endurance on the ice.
Yeah, it's not the same as baseball. You just go running every day for endurance. So it's just skate.
Yeah. Sometimes in baseball you feel like you're on the track team, not the baseball team.
And then if you're a pitcher, it's worse.
Oh man, couldn't imagine. I can't imagine being a pitcher. I
No.
couldn't. So much running.
I had here Xavier Fernandez. He's a catcher now, playing pro baseball with Kansas. He was Kansas City Player of the Year of the minor league. and he got into the baseball academy as an 8th grader, I think, or 9th grader as a pitcher. He called his mom, "I don't like it. We run too much."
Yeah.
So he switched position. Now he drafted as a catcher.
Hmm.
So talk to me of that first year then in college as a full baseball player now, and you left hockey. You stopped playing hockey.
Hmm. Like I said, it was hard. It was really hard. I would kind of call myself lost. I didn't know really what I wanted to do, because I never really thought about playing professional baseball, even college baseball. I never thought about playing college baseball back then.
Yeah, it was a different mindset.
It was just different mindset, and honestly, I didn't even know what I wanted out of it.
Okay. So it just for the love of the game, pretty
Uh-huh.
much. Okay.
Pretty much. I mean, I always wanted to play a sport in college. I don't think I would make it through school if I didn't play a sport. So, kind of with that decision of, oh, I can't play hockey. I'm gonna go play baseball, and this was the best offer and the best team that I was presented with. And
Yeah,
so,
best option.
I mean, that's a huge and difficult transition of, going to the weight room, going to
Yeah,
run.
not
going
just
to the
physical, the
class.
mindset, because you're
Yes.
just thinking
Mm-hmm.
hockey, and then all of a sudden just
Boom.
100% baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same. And how
Mhm.
was your fall when it comes to baseball wise?
I had a really good month and a half, 2 months, but then once we got off the field, we really hit it in the weight room, and like I said, I was kind of lost. I wasn't bought in fully. I was just trying to just to get it done, and I definitely didn't make very good decisions when I was a freshman.
Okay.
Of preparing, I guess I wasn't preparing my body and
Yeah, it's normal, I guess.
off the field.
But even more when you're not thinking about baseball, that's just
Mhm.
like you go to 75, 25%, let's say hockey than baseball,
Yeah.
to 100% baseball. It's not the same when you like hockey, let's say, more than baseball. And then, did you play that year? Did you start?
No,
that year?
I went back home to St. Louis at the break. Then it kind of trickled down. I had 5 friends close friends pass away during that year.
Well,
One of my really good friends, Clay, passed, and then it was a girl that I knew that I was with the night that she passed at a
okay.
concert, and then it just all kind of went downhill, and I was kind of lost.
Yeah.
I was overweight. I was like 285 pounds. I went to school about 195, and then all said and done, after the summer of my freshman year, I was 285 pounds.
And after the first year.
Yep.
Okay, and so you didn't start much, or you didn't play much that first year in
No,
college?
I didn't play. I didn't play at all.
So it was like a red shirt.
Yeah, I didn't have to redshirt because I wasn't going to school. I wasn't, like, in the springtime. I didn't go to school. I didn't.
Yeah,
Nothing.
it was tough emotionally, yeah,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
mentally, yeah, I understand.
Mhm.
And then after that summer, you didn't want to go back?
There was a point in the summer, with like 2 weeks left of summer before, and honestly, it was my dad. My dad was on my butt all the time. Like, yo, what are you doing? Like, what are you gonna do with your life? Like, you gotta figure it out. Either you go to work or you go to school. And I didn't want to just go to school, so I was like, all right, well, let's go do this baseball thing. I miss it. I missed going to weight room. I missed going to. I didn't really miss running, but it was all a part about being a college
Yeah,
baseball
exactly.
player.
And the teammates, yeah, it's just not you.
I miss my teammates.
Exactly, not just yourself, and
Mhm.
it's everyone doing the same time, everyone doing the same thing. So that's
Yep.
something special, yeah.
Mhm.
It sucks at the time,
Yeah.
but then
I tell my guys all the time, you got to embrace the suck. Embrace the suck, especially when you're at junior college. You don't have the nice facilities. You don't have the nice Nike clothing that the D1 guys have, but just embrace it.
yeah. And then so you made the decision to go back.
I made the decision. Coach Ward let me walk on, so I was a walk on for 2 years.
Okay.
And played a limited amount, but I loved every minute of it because I was with my teammates.
Yeah, it's just you're not just going to school. It's at least you're doing something extracurricular, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
So you, as a catcher, you played a little bit.
I maybe played 2 games in 2 years at NEO.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Maybe had 5 at bats, if that. But I don't know. I just loved every single one of my teammates and being around them and helping them out. And the funny story. So the team went to Arizona for like the really good tournament in Arizona, and I missed the bus. I didn't get to go on the bus. They didn't bring me, and I don't think there's another kid on that team or anyone in the country that would drive themselves all the 21 hours to Arizona, but I did just to be with them in that moment. And
Did the coach got on you?
our coach was our assistant coach was so mad. Our head coach and pitching coach kind of just laughed and like, man, he really did that. It was 21. It was like 21 and a half hours from Miami to Phoenix, and I drove in my Jeep all the way.
Just by yourself, and then
Just by myself.
When you had to go back, did you go by yourself or someone went with you?
Well, my coach Jamie drove with me, and it was terrible.
Really?
It was a lot better going there just because I wanted to see the look on my teammates' faces because I didn't tell any of them I was going.
Yeah.
And I almost caught them because the bus broke down. The bus broke down in the middle of the mountain, and they're like Snapchatting and saying, "Hey, look at this, blah blah blah." And I'm like, well, I'm coming.
I might
no
catch
clue
him.
until they were all outside of the hotel, and I pull in the Jeep, windows down, music blaring, like, "Woo, I made it!" It was so awesome.
That's cool. Did you play in Arizona or no?
No, I ran
Oh yeah, obviously.
and ran. That's another funny story.
It's probably the same distance from Oklahoma to Arizona. You ran it.
Yes.
Drove it and ran it.
Yeah, and the one so our former teammate was playing pro ball and was at spring training down in Arizona.
What's his name?
Travis Rimler.
No.
He doesn't play anymore. He was with San Diego. Well, me and Hector and another buddy, that Jake Jewell, he's with the Angels now.
Okay.
Made his major league debut this year.
Really nice.
So it was cool. We went and seen him, and I had my Jeep there, and we were 3 minutes late. We were 3 minutes late to curfew, and Coach ran me, Hector, and Jake.
When he says Hector, is Hector Candelaria.
Hector Candelaria.
Yeah, the first episode, yeah, in the Pisa. So they made 3 of you. You had to run
3 of us, yes.
at that time, at the curfew time, or the next day.
The next day.
Oh, okay.
The next day at one of the biggest fields we've ever played on. It was so big. We ran. And
So-
Hector caught that day too.
Yeah. You're going the full game, both the games, just by
Yeah.
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so after the second year, did you have plans to go to a 4-year school?
Yep.
Did you have any offers, or someone was interested in you? Did you go any showcases?
I could have probably gone to a couple schools, but me, Jake Jewell, and Hector Candelaria all signed with Missouri Baptist University, which is in St. Louis. I wanted to go home and kind of, Missouri Baptist was a very really rich tradition of having good baseball teams and going to the World Series and winning a lot of games, and so that's what.
How far was this from your home?
Like 30 minutes. 30 minutes
Really?
north of
So
where
you
I live.
commuted every day? Or
No, I had an apartment with Hector and with a bunch of NEO guys that went there.
The transfer. Yeah, like they have that happens at most of schools, like connection, the coaches.
Yes.
So they just take after this 2 years, obviously.
Yeah.
And so you went as a catcher also?
I went as a catcher, yep.
Okay.
And I played a little bit of first base and kind of rotated.
So you played more in your junior and your senior year?
My junior year, I didn't play at all. So it was kind of good for me because I kind of had a calling, not a falling out, but like a different click. Like, okay, well, I gotta get my body right off the field so that when I go to the field,
Correct.
I'm ready to
Yeah.
go. And
Yeah.
so it kind of, that year to adjust to
What would you study? Your major?
I was sport management
Sports management.
with a
Okay.
minor in Spanish.
In Spanish, really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So you know your Spanish.
Poquito.
Poquito.
Sí.
No accent there. That's good. And so so were you at that time, like your junior or senior year, were you looking ahead to be a coach, or you wanted to be a coach in college or high school?
Always knew I would never leave the game of baseball after those like after those years of kind of being lost. I was like, man, I really want to teach and I
Yeah.
really want to coach.
And well, I can tell when you that you won't leave the game just by being a you wanted to be a hockey player your whole life, and then starting baseball from like out of nowhere, pretty much from zero again in college, and missing the bus and going to Arizona just to be there and just to be at the field
Mm-hmm.
when you can just be at home and to deal with the punishment later.
Yeah.
That makes you think, well, yeah, I really like being at least on the field, not just I don't have to play to like the game or be involved in it. Because I don't know, were you like since you were not playing, were you at least like paying attention to the game and
Oh, yeah.
and helping others and do this, or I noticed you're doing this wrong, or
I was always a good teammate. Always pick each other up and wanted those guys to do good, even though I wasn't playing, but they still wear the same thing I do, you know,
Yeah,
and
and
having kind of some pride in.
yeah, if
and-
you win,
and your
we all
teammates
win
and-
too. Yeah.
If it's not just this guy wins, no, we all win. If we, you know,
And so you the senior year, did you play more? And,
my junior year, and this was so my junior year, my real junior year, I didn't play. So that year that I went to summer ball, my coach,
where'd you go summer ball?
I went to Joplin, Missouri.
But
But
stay close.
it's like it's by Miami, Oklahoma, but in Missouri. It's about 4 hours from St.
Okay.
Louis. But before I left MoBap, Missouri Baptist, my coach told me that I was an all-conference bullpen catcher because I didn't play. It's kind of as a joke. It hit me. It hit me right here, right in the heart, and said, "Okay, well," it was kind of a motivation to just kind of.
Yeah, he was mocking you, but just to see
Yeah.
what you had in you.
Yes. Yep. And that's when I really found who I think Brandon Schlichtig, the baseball player, was. Kind of came out. I went to Joplin. I got my body right. I was 190 pounds. I got that 285 off and was ready to go for ready
Nice.
to go play. And so
Full catcher.
I caught. Yep. But that year I played first base because I was nowhere near as good as our catcher and my best friend Hector Candelaria.
Okay, okay.
Machete, nickname Machete.
Exactly.
But we had a really good team that year, and first base was where I needed to play.
Did you like playing first?
I loved it, especially with me and Machete behind there. We picked so many people off. I say we, but it was really him
Yeah,
throwing
exactly.
the ball
But
to
just
me.
at least the sign is just like just throw
Yeah,
it.
just a little wink or.
I tried doing this past year, doing that because it was my first year playing for first base, but he got hurt his knee, so I was like, he left me alone. But the other one, we had pretty good catchers this year too. But yeah, I'm sorry. So you got in your mindset and your body, you got it right on
Yeah.
that summer.
And I didn't play most of my junior year until it's like the second to last conference series of the year, and I got in that bat against Freed Hardman, and I was heated because our first baseman got hurt, but then they put our backup third baseman at first base,
Okay.
and I was.
Yeah, you thought it was your chance.
so heated. And honestly, I remember it. Hector calmed me down. He was like, "Hey, you're gonna be okay. You'll get a chance. You'll get a chance." And my first at bat, I was in the bullpen mid game, and I got hit in the arm, and I started bleeding.
Really?
Right when that happened, I got the call to go hit, and then that time Hector taped me up because I had blood on me and I couldn't go to the bat with the blood. And my first at bat, I hit a bomb. Never came back out of the lineup.
That was like mid-year?
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, towards the end of the year.
Okay. That was your junior year.
That was my junior year. Yep.
And then
my senior year, I just blew it open, and it was awesome.
you just kept playing.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Starting, yeah.
Had an unbelievable senior year. Had an unbelievable group of guys. We went to the World Series. Like it was amazing.
Did you had any offers from after that?
I mean, I was talking to a couple pro teams, but knew I wasn't gonna be too high up on their list. I talked to a couple of just like draft here, or pick up my head, because I only lost 3 games in college. I had 3 games or 2 games. I only lost 2 games when I was behind the plate.
Okay.
In my senior year.
Nice.
It was crazy. I knew how to call the game.
I had here in the not the last episode, the one before, had one picture of Kelvin Rivas. I don't know if Hector knows him. Probably heard of him. He is in his junior college, his first 2 years, he only lost 2 games. In 2 years, he only lost 2 games, and then when he went to a 4-year school, I think in the 4 years, he only lost not even a handful. It was like 4 or 3 games. So it was like something stupid. Just it doesn't matter which level you're playing. Just only in 4 years to lose as a pitcher, obviously, only lose like 4 or 3 games. It was awesome. So you had a really good year senior year. And nobody was interested for the draft.
Nope. But then I don't know who. I think it was my assistant coach, Kenny Grazer, which was a mentor to me. Always saying like, "Slick, you can do it. You can do it. I know you can. Just stay with the process of being a baseball. Of getting in your work and being ready for that moment, and you'll be just fine." Even though our head coach was telling me that I was kind of a.
Really?
Yeah, Kenny Grazer is definitely one of my mentors now that I am coaching, because I never want to be, no matter who you are or what, like how good you are, talent level, there's always a chance, and he would always tell us, if you can see it, you can do it, and just trust in the process of being a baseball player on and off the field, and you'll do just fine.
Do you remember what you hit on your senior year or no?
333.
No. Was any conference player or anything? No.
I was all conference, or a second team all conference, and won the Gold Glove.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Congrats. Nice. As a catcher.
Okay. 2 years at Mobap, I won the Champion of Character award. Okay. And then my junior year I won the Champion of Character, and then my senior year I won the conference Champion of Character, I won the regional Champion of Character, and the national Champion of Character.
Nice. That's something that they
it's an award they give
for the NAIA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know. That's nice.
And I had to give a speech in front of 2,000 people, which the funny thing is I didn't prepare for it at all, because I didn't even know about it.
Just wing it.
Our head coach at Mobap told me as I was walking into the banquet hall, and it was a nightmare. I was sweating, but I did fine. Short and sweet.
Exactly, just like one of the billboards or something. Just thank you God, thank you family. That's it. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, and then so after your senior year, you graduated sports manager with a minor in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So you graduated in 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you had offers for playing pro ball as an independent league.
I played with the Gateway Grizzlies in the Frontier League, which as a little kid I always used to go to the games.
Nice.
Right across, it's 30 minutes from St. Louis. It's kind of surreal. I got to play in front of 30 of my family members. They would always come to the games because they were right across the river in St. Louis. Spent a short time there. Got released.
How long?
A month, maybe. I only got 4 at-bats. Or 2 games, and I got 6 at-bats. Okay. 7 at-bats, something like that. And I batted .333 in pro ball.
So, and you got released and you got picked up for another team as a pro?
I didn't get I didn't get picked up. I just kind of hung around the team. I asked if I could be the bullpen catcher and kind of hang around because I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to.
Yeah, you want
I
to
didn't want to
stay.
get out. I
Yeah.
wanted to keep going, and try to get in, and worked my butt off to try to get another
A chance,
a
yeah.
chance. But I never got that chance.
Okay. And what made you go as to coach college, at the college level?
To help kids kind of adjust to that. Kind of adjust that freshman year, sophomore year. Kind of have that click. Like, do you want this, or do you want to go party with your friends and then do that? Like, yeah, you can have fun, but there's also that happy medium where you gotta prepare yourself on the field and off the field, so
Yeah.
that gives you the best chance. If you say you want to go professional, why are you out there doing other stuff?
Yeah,
where
doing yeah.
You're
It
not going
makes
to be
sense. Yeah.
prepared to play baseball.
And how'd you get that offer to go to Neo for as a coach, or did you call them to
I
there's an
call.
opening?
I was still trying to play baseball. Like, after I got released, I'm like, I'm not done yet. Like, I'm 25. I'm not too old. I was in shape, and go down to NEO and start to practice and kind of like kick back into it until this one of my players from last year, Dylan Taylor, said, "Hey, you need to be a coach. I really like you coaching. I know a lot of these guys like you being around. I think you should coach." And I'm like, man, it hit me. And I'm like, 25. If I would have given, like, if I had that click a little earlier, like I did my junior year, and it took that coach telling me, "Hey, you're
Yeah,
no
you
good."
can do that to others. Yeah, you can do
Yeah.
that to others. Yeah.
So now I can help. Why be selfish and have me go play? I can help countless kids and countless people or countless players get
Yeah,
do better
and it probably feels nice. But it feels nice having
Yes.
like having a friend make it to the big leagues or something.
yeah.
So it probably make you feel better knowing like I helped that kid
Mm-hmm.
freshman year at
Yeah.
least or something
Yeah.
just to get his mind right
Mm-hmm.
and the
Helping
process.
others.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And that leads off with, and I also have really big dreams in opening a baseball facility here in Puerto Rico.
Before I know I was gonna ask you that, but before
Mm-hmm.
we get to that facility, so what's the different? What do you do different? What do you see players as a coach in college, just so the kids so they know what to expect from a coach or an assistant coach? You're
Like what I do.
just assistant coach, or you're the
I'm assistant
okay,
coach.
not a
Yep.
head coach. Okay,
Mm-mm.
all right. So, but what what do you see in them, or what are you trying to looking for? Not
don't
just
look-
it doesn't matter if they're on the team or you're scouting them or recruiting them. What do you look for them?
I like to look like how they prepare themselves, how they come to the park, how they warm up. I mean, everything leading up to playing the game. You know, if they're on their phone, like some people have headphones. It don't matter, but like if you see the kid showing up 5 minutes before the
I
before the
understand.
showcase or something
You can
like
check
that.
the phone, yeah, before, but just not be on the phone all the time. We're taking it to
Exactly.
the line to go stretch with your phone.
And I mean, I really like a kid that shows up early, prepares himself, goes to the cage, and or stretching even before the team stretches. Like just being there, getting the mind right before. Not a kid that's late. I definitely don't like people that like. That just shows me that you're not. This is not your number one priority.
Exactly, it's not important for you. Yeah.
I was always that kid that hit early and like to at least show the coach that I'm this is what I want to do, and this is how I prepare myself.
Do you like it better as a coach now, or do you like it as a player?
I always love it as a player, but I mean I like it as a coach now that I get to help other people, help players get their goals and get their ultimate baseball goals.
So, and this is your first time here in the island to scout, or no? I know you've been here before,
Nope,
but to
I've
scout?
been. I was here last 2 years ago.
To scout too?
Scout, yeah.
Okay.
And I have 4 current Puerto Rican players on
And-
my team now.
Okay. And Neo?
And Neil, yeah.
Neo, okay. And so you've seen pretty good players here?
Yeah. I always. There's a lot of talent on this island.
What are you looking for this year?
Uh,
For next year, but
I
what are you
need I
looking
need
for?
some pictures.
Pictures?
I need some pictures. I can also anything. I'm looking for anything. I'm just looking for baseball players, but with a we need some I need some arms.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice to know, because we can definitely get you probably just to see more players. I know you were at Triple Crown the other day because I saw the live and I was talking to
Mhm.
Hector. That's something. At least that's something because they're not in they're not a senior or a junior now, but they at least get to go through the experience, and then
Mhm.
you can see the. If you come next year to see the same players, you see what the progress they made too. Also,
Yep.
and we were talking about before we started recording that you wanted to come to Puerto Rico to open a facility, just a batting cage or just
I wanna do a batting cage with like weight room and athletic training, and also have like video analysis room and like a classroom where you can have like a bunch of resources, a combination of resources for Puerto Rican baseball players to make that jump or make that leap a little bit easier over to the States, you know, with English class and classes and how to prepare yourself and how to get your body right and how to play the game right and all of that aspects of the
yeah.
of the game into them.
I'm not saying well, yeah. I would love to see like 100 of those places, facilities here in the island. There's a couple, not just for like you would want to do it here for, but we do have the schools. But I guess it's like when you're little, when your parent, your dad tells you something and you don't listen to it. But if someone tells you the same thing, then you listen. Probably they will listen to someone that comes from the states or a coach, or a former coach from the college. They will listen to him. Oh yeah, he's saying that. I guess they'll probably make a difference on them. But it looks like a really nice idea, and it would definitely help the kids here. Just at least experience something on the next level, not
Hmm.
just stay. Because most of here in the island, it's not like in the states. Like the you can play good baseball in high school,
Hmm.
and it could be a public school.
Yeah.
Here, there's no baseball teams in public school. So if there's a baseball academy or a baseball school,
Yeah.
parents have to pay. Not everyone can pay for that, or not everyone gets the scholarship to go to high school for that.
Hmm.
So it is. We do have a lot of talents. Yeah, we've probably seen it. You've been here what 3 years straight scouting,
Hmm.
pretty much. And what do you? We can say we were almost done, but what do you recommend to those kids, the kids that are looking to play the next level as a college or pro ball?
Um, I see it I have a pitcher on my team from Vega Alta, and
What's his
his
name?
name's Kevin Cintron. Kevin Cintron.
No,
He, I mean, all the other
freshman.
yes, freshman, very very talented. He, I mean, this is, and even Hector Candelaria, like we were talking about, he didn't know anything, but he put time and effort into learning English, and that's
But
very very important.
did you know he had like what was it, like 23 teams interested in him for the draft?
Machete. Oh yeah, I know.
Okay.
But like I would say back to what I was saying, like you have to. It's like a process. You have to learn. You have to learn English. You have to practice English. You have to, even if you're saying, all right, I want to go to the big, or I want to go to the league. You got to learn English. It
Yep.
makes it easier as a whole and an easier process for yourself.
Makes
and
it
easier on
easier for
yourself.
you and for the organization also because
Yes.
they don't have to invest in
Hmm.
teaching you English. Yeah, but definitely, and we've talked about it. And most of the people that come, even in the baseball school that I was, or there's different schools, but they go to school but they don't know English, and then they
Yeah.
end up in college and then like not knowing anything. I don't
Did
know.
you guys?
They get help. Yeah, they do help you in college, but it's not the same.
Hmm.
Like for you, it's to make it easier on you.
Yeah.
You were saying, I'm sorry.
At the academy, they teach you English at the baseball academies now?
Yeah, we do have the classes, the regular classes. It's not just like like a full bilingual school. So I was in full bilingual school before I got to the academy. So I had my upbringing was bilingual, but then I already knew English, so it was just for baseball now.
Yeah.
Well, besides school, but I wanted to get better at baseball, and even like I said in the beginning, it was even though I knew English and understand it 100% fluent, it was still tough because there's a different. You start thinking in English, it's not the same as thinking in Spanish, or it's just tough for that, and the jargon in baseball, it's different too. It's not. Here we say the so hit and run. We don't say hit and run. We say hit and run. So like it's easier. It's just we're like that's just Spanglish. Let's say. And if you want to finish, we're almost done. What's your social media? How we can find you on social media?
bslick4 is my Instagram. Brandon Carl Schlichtig on Facebook.
I'll put it in the description, but you can just say it. Don't worry. And that's it.
Snapchat.
And school. What's the name of the school? You're
Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College, Miami, Oklahoma.
So if you're looking for some showcase, hit me up. I can hook you up with at least so they can see you, or with Hector.
I need a picture.
And then
I need some pictures.
Righty, lefty, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Derecha, izquierda, I don't care.
Any velocity on the fastball?
Definitely need some 90s, but 85 will work.
You can make it work for 90. Then
need some good pitchers, good baseball players.
We'll probably find something here. There's always something good here. Well, you can find me here, Oscar Yadhiel, YADH, en todas las redes sociales, o Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Facebook tenemos Pisa Corre Podcast, en YouTube. Dale like, dale share, dale a la campanita, toda la vaina, todo lo que quieran. Switching to Spanish a little bit here. Y hicimos un episodio distinto. Se me dio la oportunidad de conocer a un coach de universidad. Quise hacerlo para enseñarle obviamente a los jóvenes de hoy en día, para que ellos vean qué es lo que es un coach, obviamente su historia, y qué es lo que un coach ve en universidad, o lo que busca en un pelotero. Esto es algo bueno. Si quieren saber más información, me pueden contactar a mí, o me escriben por las redes sociales, y pues le ayudamos con un showcase. No un showcase, sino por lo menos la vía de cómo prepararte para la universidad. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you for taking the time. And we're here until what, the 10th?
The 4th.
The 4th? Oh,
the 4th.
okay.
I leave on Friday. Yeah.
That's we'll have a good flight. And
the 4th, like Yadhiel Molina.
Exactly.
My favorite.
Well, you're from Missouri, so yeah. He's from St. Louis too. So yeah. Well, gracias por sintonizar. Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
Buenas noches.
Bienvenidos.